Well, let's figure out how many games we can get done in today's episode. We have 7 games left on the season. I don't know for sure yet if we're going to get through all 7 in this episode, but we should be done with the first season in the next couple videos. I thought about changing it up at quarterback and putting in Carson Strong, but honestly, Colt McCoy isn't playing horrible, I guess. He's only got 54% of his passes completed, but that's just as good as Jake Hainer was doing, and McCoy hasn't turned the ball over yet. We get to jump into this game inside the 20-yard line at the beginning of the second quarter. We are down 14-0. McCoy from under center, handoff to Dylan Stoner, and he is popped in the backfield for a loss of 2. That would bring up a 2nd and 12. McCoy from under center now. We'll take the snap, handoff to Kendre Miller to the outside, and Miller will at least get those yards back. Never mind, he got one of those yards back. It's now 3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line. McCoy out of shotgun will drop back to pass, dropping way farther back now stepping up in the pocket, and finally just throws this one away. So that will bring out our kicker, Christopher Dunn, here for about a 36-yard field goal, I guess, and the kick is away, and it is good, making it 14-3. Well, they never crossed the 30 here, so I did not jump in, but we will settle for a field goal. Down 17-3, the 50-yard attempt is away, and this one will be, I believe, no good. It took until the 4th quarter, but we are finally back in scoring range. Down by 30 points at 2nd and 9. McCoy from under center with a handoff to Kendre Miller up the middle, and he will fight his way forward to about the 18. That will set up a 3rd and 2. McCoy lines up under center. Kendre Miller once again the running back. Can we get a garbage time touchdown? Handoff to Miller. He's got the first down and more, and we brought down about the 10. Just about 6 minutes to play here in the game. McCoy is back in shotgun. Kendre Miller is the running back again. They give it back to Miller, and Miller will try to cut upfield. He's inside the 10 and will get chased down to about the 6-yard line. McCoy lines up under center again. He'll take the snap. It's a fake to Kendre Miller this time. Now McCoy will turn and throw downfield. That'll fall incomplete. And I just saw McCoy's stat line. After I bragged about him not turning the ball over, he has 2 interceptions today. Now a 3rd and 6. McCoy will drop back to pass. Rolling out to the outside. He throws on the run and finds Kendre Miller, but that sets up a 4th and 1 from the 1. I like our coach trying to be aggressive and go for it here. About 5 minutes to play. McCoy from under center will drop back to pass. I would have just given it to Kendre Miller to the end zone, and that one will be tipped around and fall incomplete. That would end up marking the end of this game. Final score is 33-3. Final stats on the day for Colt McCoy. He goes 12 for 27, 141 yards, no touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. Kendre Miller only ran for 36 yards on 12 carries. Receiving, Tylan Wallace was our best one, 4 for 55. Over on defense, DeMarco Jackson led the team in tackles along with Ben DeLuca, who both got 8. We got no sacks and no interceptions yet again. I don't know how many times I've said that this season. Desmond Ridder, 17 for 22, 177 yards and 2 scores. Running the ball, Bijan Robinson, 120 yards and a touchdown. And Tyler Algier found the end zone once. Receiving, Kyle Pitts, 5 for 74. Drake London found the end zone, and Mac Hollins found the end zone. We do have one new injury following the game. I don't even know who this could possibly be at this point, but let's figure it out. Obviously, Hainer is still out. We have now lost Puka Williams to a hamstring tear for the next 7 weeks, which I think is going to be the rest of the season. We do earn an upgrade for running back Kendre Miller, who gets +2 to awareness, 1 to ball carrier vision, and 1 to spin move. Our next game is in Oklahoma City as we host the 6-5 Detroit Lions. On our first drive of the game, we have managed to get inside the 30-yard line, already down 3-0 at 2nd and inches. Colt McCoy back in shotgun. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Willis for the first down. He breaks a tackle and he is gone. Touchdown, Oklahoma City. Our defense would force a 3 and out, and then we get right back into position. From the 28-yard line at a 2nd and 5, McCoy will drop back to pass. Standing back in the pocket, he's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play back of the 36-yard line. That is 2 vastly different plays that we have watched now. 3rd and 13. McCoy all alone in the backfield with a 5-wide set. He'll take the snap and look to pass. Dropping farther back, and now he throws down the sideline, and I think he was just throwing that one away. It will send out our kicker, Christopher Dunn, though, for about a 53-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be, I believe he made that one. We might get to watch a bit of this game today. On our next drive, it's 3rd and 7 from the 34. McCoy will throw downfield to a wide open man, and Dylan Stoner had to dive to make the catch, but he comes down inbounds. An incomplete pass on the next play brings up a 2nd and 10. McCoy will line up under center. Kendre Miller is in at running back. He'll send Stoner in motion. It's a handoff to Stoner, and he is hit immediately. They did not fall for that play for a second. Now a 3rd and 12 from the 19-yard line. McCoy at a shotgun will drop back to pass. It's a screen to the outside. That's caught by Trey Sermon, and Sermon will get brought down to the 13-yard line to bring up a 4th and 6. And now we have a 30-yard field goal try to go up 13-3 here in the second quarter. The kick is away, and this one will be good. We now jump into the third quarter. It is a 1-point game. They have gotten a touchdown, and then they hit us for a safety. But right now we have a chance to make our lead even bigger. From the 15-yard line, McCoy had a shotgun. A quick throw over the middle will be caught down to the 11. That brings up a 2nd and 7 now. McCoy is back in shotgun. Kendre Miller is the running back. We'll see where he wants to go this time. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He throws to the end zone and overthrows Tylan Wallace. Now a 3rd and 7. McCoy back in shotgun. I believe that's Trey Sermon in at running back. He'll take the snap, and he throws to the end zone, but overthrows Dylan Stoner that time. We will send Christopher Dunn out for about a 28-yard field goal now to try to make the score 16-12. The kick is away, and it is good. We are now in the late fourth quarter. A minute 53 to go. We still have our 4-point lead. A handoff to Kendre Miller up the middle, and he will get brought down to bring up a 3rd and 6 here. With a minute 50 to play, the Lions have 2 timeouts remaining. McCoy back in shotgun, will drop back to pass. Looking to convert here. He's going to fire over the middle, and that is caught for the first down. I believe that was Dylan Stoner, and they have to burn their 2nd timeout. Now 1st and 10 from the 18. McCoy lines up under center. Kendre Miller is the running back. They give it to Miller right up the middle, and he will power his way through all the way to the 24. That sets up a 2nd and 4, and now they've burned all 3 timeouts. McCoy from under center. Kendre Miller is the running back. It's another handoff to Miller up the middle, and he will power his way for the first down. And with this kneel down, we will officially have our 2nd win on the season, this time against the Detroit Lions by a final score of 16-12. Cole McCoy ended up playing one hell of a game in this one, and it ends up getting us our 2nd win. So obviously, I'm not going to look to move to Carson Strong just yet, and plus I think Jake Hainer is about to be healthy. He finishes today 21 for 34, 268 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Kendre Miller had 51 yards on the ground, receiving. D.D. Westbrook 6 for 84, Stoner 6 for 78, Braden Willis 5 for 64, and a touchdown. Over on defense, leading the team in tackles is a tie between Armani Watts and Ben DeLuca, 2 strong safeties. And we got no sacks today and no interceptions. Not really a shock at this point, but we got the win, so I can't be too upset. Jared Goff, 16 for 32. He did not have a good day, 160 yards. Running the ball, Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries for 64 yards. And receiving, their best one was Devin Duvernay, 4 for 41, and Jameson Williams got 4 for 40. We now earn an upgrade point for tight end Braden Willis, who gets +2 to awareness, 1 to catching, 2 to deep route, 1 to medium route, 1 to short route, and 1 to trucking. Running back Trey Sermon also gets an upgrade point. He gets +1 to awareness, juke move, and 2 to spin move. And I would say he definitely earned one after that last game. Colt McCoy gets an upgrade point and gets +1 to awareness, throw accuracy short, and throw power. You're tasked with facing the Panthers and their highly touted defense this week. Where do you think you can have success? I'm going to say see no weakness, because I would love to continue this momentum, but I don't think it's going to happen. This will be the final week that Lamont Galliard, A.T. Perry, and Jake Hainer are all injured. Now, normally Hainer would immediately become our starting quarterback again, but if Colt McCoy can win a 2nd game in a row, should I just keep rolling with him or put in Jake Hainer? We'll have to make that decision if Colt McCoy plays well and wins today's game. And right before I would jump in, from 34 yards out on the opening drive of the game, Colt McCoy connects with D.D. Westbrook to put us up 7-0. Despite that great first drive, we would never get inside the 30 again until in the fourth quarter, where it is 3rd and 3, down by 2 touchdowns, and that is a misplaced pass. However, on 4th and 3, down by 14, we are going to go for it. Colt McCoy comes out in shotgun. We'll see where he goes with this one. From the 28-yard line, he drops farther back and now goes deep downfield, but overthrows Braden Willis. That would lead to your final score of 21-7. We got off to a good start, but really couldn't do anything past that. McCoy finished 10 of 22 for 167, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions yet again, so he's only turned the ball over a couple times, both in the same game. On the ground, Kendre Miller got 41 yards on 13 carries, and receiving, D.D. Westbrook 4 for 91 and a touchdown. No one else really did anything. Over on defense, Riley Texada led the team in tackles with 11. In sacks, we got none, but I see an interception, this one from Ben DeLuca. Now let's see how Bryce Young played. He goes 22 for 34, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Miles Sanders runs for 111 yards, and receiving, Jonathan Mingo, 8 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Miles Sanders caught a touchdown. Following that game, Bumper Poole, our starting middle linebacker, got +1 awareness, block shedding, play rec, and tackle. And then free safety James Wiggins also gets an upgrade, and all he gets is +2 to zone coverage. And now that Jake Hainer is healthy, I think we're going to go ahead and just put him back in the starting spot. He has more throw power, less short accuracy, but more medium accuracy, the same amount of awareness, so I don't think too much is going to change on the offense, just rolling with the rookie. However, this will be the first game since the Tampa Bay game, which we won 14-11, where we have all of our receivers healthy. Protection for the quarterback was a major issue this past week as you surrendered a high volume of sacks. Where did the struggles start? We're going to blame the offensive line. Probably not the best idea. We're going to say extra preparation because, I don't know, maybe it'll work. So Jake Hainer will make his big return at home against the 6-7 Giants. We'll go ahead and jump in here in the first quarter. We face a 3rd and 3 from the 31-yard line. Hainer is back in a 5-wide set here, all alone in the backfield. He'll look for a quick pass and he finds Braden Willis for the first down. A 3-yard run from Kendre Miller on the next play brings up a 2nd and 7. Hainer will look to go to the end zone here, and that is incomplete, intended for Trey Sermon. But it does bring up a 3rd and 7 now. Hainer back in shotgun. I believe Kendre Miller is the running back. He'll drop back to pass here. Dropping farther back. Now he's under pressure. Needs to get rid of it and finally just throws this one away. Though that will bring out kicker Christopher Dunn on a 4th and 7 for about a 38-yard try. The kick is away and we have a 3-0 lead. Well, the offense would never get in scoring position again until the 4th quarter, down by 3 touchdowns. Hainer will go downfield, and that is caught for the first down, and that is Braden Willis. Hainer will line up under center from the 20-yard line. Kendre Miller is the running back here. On 1st and 10, it'll be a handoff to Miller, never mind, it's a play fake. Now Hainer will throw this to the end zone, and that is incomplete. A 2nd and 10, Hainer back in shotgun. Kendre Miller is the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He fires this to the outside. That'll be caught by Willis, who goes up the sideline, has the first down, breaking tackles out of bounds at the 4. Can we get a garbage time touchdown? It's kind of been Jake Hainer's specialty this season. Back in shotgun, handoff to Kendre Miller right at the middle, and he will fight his way down to about the 1. We did have an injury to the offensive line, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a concern. 2nd and goal. From the 1-yard line in a goal line set. It'll be a handoff to the fullback and Briley Moore into the end zone. Touchdown Bison. We would get the ball back one more time, and we have it at the 30-yard line, down by 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes to go. Hainer will take the snap. He throws to the outside. That's caught by Dylan Stoner and will set up a 2nd and 1. He comes back out in shotgun. Kendre Miller is the running back now. He takes the snap, a quick throw caught by Miller, who has the first down. Running a no-huddle offense, about a minute and a half to go. We do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Hainer throws over the middle, caught by Stoner again. This one only about a 3-yard gain. Still running a no-huddle offense. Hainer back in shotgun. Will take the snap and look to pass. Hainer going to the end zone, and that is overthrown. A.T. Perry was open. That sets up a 3rd and 7 with a minute and 9 seconds left to play. Hainer back in shotgun, will pump fake it downfield. Now he throws to the end zone. That one will be intercepted, and that will end what slim hope we had. Not that I really thought we would have been able to pull that off, but that would have been really cool to see had we been able to do it. In his return game, Jake Hainer 16 for 34, 153, no touchdowns, and an interception. Running the ball, Kendre Miller only got 19 yards on 7 carries. I don't know why we don't run the ball in simulation at all, but Briley Moore did find the end zone on the ground. Braden Willis 5 for 45, Dylan Stoner 3 for 39 were our best receivers. Over on defense, it looks like DeMarco Jackson and Isaiah Brown led the team in tackles. We got no sacks and no interceptions. So now let's head over to the Giants. Daniel Jones 23 for 35, 258 yards and 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley ran for 105 yards. Daniel Jones found the end zone on the ground. And then receiving, Darren Waller 7 for 64 and 2 touchdowns. We now have 2 new injuries, so let's see what these are going to be. Hopefully not a receiver again, because that would suck to lose our receiving core again. Well, let's see. We're going to add Jesse Davis, who was out 5 weeks, and we're going to add Ben DeLuca, who is going to be out 8 weeks. Before we simulate this game, we actually have a breakout defensive lineman scenario. And it is Perrion Winfrey. We need to hold the Rams to less than 100 rushing yards or get Winfrey 1 interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. We also have a short week scenario, and that is to dominate on offense and beat the Rams and allow 2 or fewer offensive touchdowns. As you can tell, right now we're the leading team to have the #1 draft pick, and then a bunch of teams are sitting here at 3 and 11, including our next opponent, the Rams. I'd also just like to point out how absolutely stupid broken the Cowboys are in franchise mode this year, because right now they are 14 and 0. In the first quarter, down by 7, we do get to jump into this game. From the 25-yard line, it is 3rd and 5. Hainer is back in shotgun. He'll take the snap, fake it to, I believe, Trey Sermon, and now he's under pressure, getting hit by Aaron Donald, and that will fall incomplete. That will send out our kicker, Christopher Dunn, though, for about a 42-yard attempt here. The kick is away, and this one should be good. As per usual, the offense does not get back inside the 30 until the 4th quarter, down by 14. Hainer lines up under center. It'll be a play fake to Kendre Miller. Now Hainer throws over the middle, caught by Bradley Moore, and brings up a 2nd and 7. About 10 minutes to go in the game now. Hainer is back in shotgun. I believe that is Trey Sermon at running back. It'll be a fake to him. Now he's under pressure again, and he's going to get sacked on the play back at the 37-yard line. That brings up a 3rd and 19 now. Hainer is back in shotgun with Trey Sermon at running back. He'll drop back to pass under quick pressure and getting brought down on the play, and we will have to punt. However, that is not the last time you will see this offense today. It is 3rd and 7 from the 16-yard line, still down by 14. It's a handoff to Kendre Miller, and that is going nowhere. I guess we ran the ball because we planned to go for it. On 4th and 7, Hainer will drop back to pass, dropping farther back, now going to the end zone and missing absolutely everybody. That would be the last time we see the offense, though. Final score is 17-3, and we keep our spot as the #1 draft pick. Jake Hainer apparently at some point got shaken up in this game because Colt McCoy came in for a little bit, but Hainer finishes 15 for 30, 185 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Kendre Miller, 33 yards on the ground, receiving. A.T. Perry had a pretty good day, 9 for 113. And then over on defense, DeMarco Jackson had got 10 tackles to lead the team. And then we actually got 2 sacks today, one from Tim Ward and one from Perrion Winfrey. So he may have gotten his depth trade upgrade. We will see, though. We got no interceptions. Not really a shock there. Matt Stafford goes 26 for 32, 287 yards and a touchdown. Cam Akers, 85 yards and a score. And then receiving, Van Jefferson, 8 for 87 and a touchdown. And Cooper Kupp, 8 for 75. And it is now official. Perrion Winfrey is our first player to get a star development trade. He also earns 20,000 experience. Well, y'all better buckle up for just a minute because Perrion Winfrey has 5 skill upgrade points here. On the first one, he will get +1 agility, block shedding, 2 to play rec, and 1 to strength. On the next one, he gets +1 to block shedding, play rec, and tackle. On the third one, it's +1 to block shedding, 2 to play rec, and 1 to tackle. For the 4th upgrade point, he gets +1 to awareness, block shedding, play rec, and tackle. And the last one I put into power rusher, he gets +1 to awareness, block shedding, 2 to play rec, and 2 to power move. A.T. Perry also gets an upgrade point. He has +1 to awareness, catching traffic, 2 to deep route, 1 to release, 1 to spectacular catching, and 1 to spin move. Then we have tight end Braden Willis getting +2 to awareness, 1 to catching traffic, 1 to deep route, 1 to juke move, 1 to medium route, and 2 to short route. And now we have our second game against Tampa Bay on the season. The first matchup we won 14-11. This game has not started out as well as the first one. It is now 3rd and 3 at the 34-yard line, down by 2 touchdowns. Hainer comes out under center, runs a play action to Sermon, now goes downfield and finds Bradley Moore for the first down. Well, now we're inside the 30 from the 26-yard line. Hainer back in shotgun. Trey Sermon is the running back. He'll take the snap and give it to Sermon, but he is hit immediately. Now a 2nd and 13 from the 29-yard line. Hainer lines up under center. I believe that is going to be Trey Sermon in the backfield. They give it to him again and once again hit immediately. That leads to a 3rd and 13 from the 29-yard line. Hainer back in shotgun. Will take the snap and looks to pass. It's a dump off to the outside, caught by A.T. Perry, who's going up the sideline and getting close to the marker. 4th and 1. I wish we were a little more aggressive here and actually going for it, but we will take a 34-yard field goal attempt with Christopher Dunn. The kick is away, and it is good. And we would never see the offense again here. The final score is 29-3. They actually hit us for a safety, so I would say they definitely got their revenge for being our first victory on the season. Jake Hainer had an absolutely horrible day. 8 for 23, 78 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Trey Sermon was apparently our main back, so I guess Kendre Miller was injured today. 36 yards on 14 carries. And receiving, wow, that is a horrible group of numbers there. Let's just jump over to defense and see how they did. Armani Watts led the team in tackles. We got no sacks, but we did get one interception from middle linebacker DeMarco Jackson. Now let's see how Baker Mayfield played today. He goes 17 for 21, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rashad White ran for 156 yards and a score, and then receiving, Cade Otton caught a touchdown, and Mike Evans caught 1 pass for a 25-yard touchdown. And somehow, following that game, Jake Hainer got an upgrade point. He gets +1 to awareness, play action, throw accuracy short, and throw power. And there we have it, an entire season of me doing as many mini games a week as possible and never getting a single dev trade upgrade. I'm starting to think that maybe I can't earn them with normal dev trade guys, but I could be completely wrong. Kendre Miller did earn an upgrade point from that. He gets +1 to awareness, 2 to change of direction, and 2 to spin move. I will say those mini games really helped him all the way up to a 76 overall. Well, there is only one game left in Season 1 to take on the 10-6 Atlanta Falcons in Oklahoma City. What a way to end the season. We don't get inside the 30-yard line until 4 minutes to go in the game. A handoff to Kendre Miller, and he's going to get brought down to the 10. This has been an absolutely horrible showing from our offense. Now 2nd and goal. Hainer dropping back. He's going to the end zone, and we have a garbage time touchdown to wide receiver Dylan Stoner. The final score of this one is 34-6. I guess they tried to go for 2. I went back to simulating, so I did not see it. And obviously it did not work. So we end the season 2-15, but luckily we should have the #1 overall pick. In probably his last game as the starting quarterback for the Oklahoma City Bison, Jake Hainer went 15 for 24, 199 yards and 1 touchdown. On the ground, Kendre Miller ran for 20 yards on 10 carries. And receiving, Tylan Wallace 6 for 64. Dylan Stoner was the only one to catch a touchdown today. And then on defense, Raleigh Texada led the team in tackles with 9. We got no sacks and no interceptions yet again. Now let's see how Desmond Ridder played. He went 21 for 31, 233 yards and 3 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson 75 yards on 18 carries. Tyler Algier found the end zone. And then receiving, Jarvis Landry 5 for 61, Drake London 5 for 71 and a score, Jamison Crowder scored, and Kyle Pitts found the end zone. In the next episode, we will go over all of these season stats and awards, and we will take on the entire offseason. And hopefully we can get some major help to this team.